Champions, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Guketo Muludi. On this channel, I talk about the different opportunities out there. I talk about online opportunities, local opportunities, and international opportunities. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe, click on the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I drop a video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about when you just don't know where to start, right? So you've got that business idea, but you don't know where to start. You have got that like you want to start a YouTube channel, but you don't know where to start. Like, I know the feeling and the frustration that can come from being a beginner at something, right? And I think you guys always hear me talk about the fact that you have to be a beginner at something. And that's only because I'm really trying to get it into people's heads, because we're all just wanting to be pros when you are just a beginner, you know. And you can be a beginner and be 18 years old. You can be a beginner and be 25 years old. You can be a beginner and be 40. Be a beginner and be 60. Because at every phase in your life, you are going to learn something new, okay? And whether you like it or not, I believe that life is about lifelong learning, meaning you're never going to stop learning, because it's always going to be something new. Things are going to change, and as people, we are just resistant to that. We always want to be the pros at everything, and when we don't get there, we feel discouraged, or we feel like, look, this is not for me. Anyway, so basically that is what I'm going to be digging deep into. So I'm going to first of all start by where it comes from a psychological perspective, in terms of psychologically, why do we find it hard when we are starting something. First things first is because you don't really know a lot about that particular thing that you want to start doing. So let's say I want to start a business and I have never owned a business before. So I can find it very scary to start a business. Number two, I might not know a lot about a business, right? And like, it might be very hard to just understand where can I go out there to seek out help. So one of my very first recommendations is to identify a mentor in the space that you want to get into. I'm always saying that on my channel, and I say it a lot, but you don't always need, like, a mentor doesn't always have to be somebody where you guys have like a one-on-one interaction. You can always start from online. So whoever that you aspire to be like, follow that person, and then the very first thing that you're going to take from them is their habits and their qualities. What quality does that person have that I would want to adapt into my life, you know? What qualities do influencers have in order for me to be an influencer? How do influencers act? When do they post? Where do they chill? That kind of stuff. And that just kind of starts to embody their habits. When do they wake up? How do they live? You know? And then start to embody that in your life, you know. So obviously you're going to be following them on Instagram, you're going to be following them on YouTube, whatever, like the social media platform that they're going to be on, you know. You're going to be following that business person, and obviously they're going to start to post about things that are business related. People that are in business post about business. People that are influencers post a lot about influencer lifestyle, that kind of vibe. People that are models post about model things, you know. And from there on, you're going to start to kind of adapt that into your everyday life, right? So the second thing that you are going to do is, what is it, because you've already identified now a mentor, right? What is the business plan that you have, or what is the plan that you have? What is it exactly that you want to do? Where do your strengths and weaknesses lie? What is it that you are naturally good at? What is it that you can do flawlessly without having, like, for things to feel difficult? And then the second thing that is really important about your skills. Like, where is it that you're starting from? Are you somebody that's already have a business management degree? And if you don't, then go out there and seek out some business knowledge, you know. There are places such as the NYDA that offer free business training, where they train people how to start their own businesses, you know. And you can take upon like platforms like that, because they have a whole lot of services that they have in terms of starting a business, funding, mentors, things like services that you get that they offer for your business. So there's a whole lot of things that you can go out there. There's also the Cedars, and they'll also have workshops, they have seminars. So it's important to attend those things, because after all, if you're going to be somebody that is a business in the field of business, then it's important to associate yourself with people that are like-minded, so that you can also keep on being motivated, and then you don't let go of that particular idea. The next thing that is really important is to just kind of prepare yourself mentally for the journey that you're about to go on. And when you do something for the first time, it can be so scary. It's like, I remember how it felt like to post my first video, and I was scared, like, about what kind of reaction am I gonna get from people, you know. And I think it's the same when you're starting a business. You're afraid, what if nobody comes and buys my product, you know? And I always say, it's crazy, because what if people are seeking for that product? You know, sometimes you have to be very brave and be very courageous and kind of take a leap of faith, even when you don't feel like this is something that people will love. You just have to kind of also do a lot of personal development in terms of self-esteem and kind of believing in yourself, because it's really important to believe in yourself, and a lot of us actually suffer a lot from that. That's why we are not action orientated. Like, we suffer from rejection, we suffer from what are people going to think, we suffer from, like, what if I fail, you know. So it has a lot to do also with yourself and your own personal development, because as somebody that is about to embark on the journey of being a YouTuber, being a business owner, being a nurse, being a doctor, being a teacher, whatever career path that you want to embark on, you must be prepared for the challenges that are going to come in that field, you know. Because there are going to be challenges. There's no such thing as a life without challenges, because that's genuinely how we grow, you know. We grow in the dark, actually, guys. We will literally grow in the dark, and sometimes you can, like, whenever you're chasing after something, it can come with such a lot of anxiety that you feel like, why did I even get started, like, by doing this in the first place? But it's important to always remember, like, why, you know, and just remember that this is just a challenge, and it's a milestone, and it's a way that I have to prove myself to myself that I can do it, you know. I always say I prove to myself first, then after that I'll prove to everybody else that I can do it. But I have to prove to myself so that I can believe in myself, so that I can within trust myself with bigger things that are yet to come. The next important thing is it's important to plan, because you've done your research, right? And you've done your personal development, and you have identified a mentor, right? So now it's important to start to kind of have a physical plan, right? Physical plan. You can, like, write down your plans on a piece of paper, because you are sometimes going to forget what was the initial idea, you know. So it's important to write things down. Everything always starts with writing. Oh, well, for me, I first write down things, and then after that, like, to visualize what is it that I want to do. How does it feel like to be the particular business owner that I want to be? How does it feel like to be the successful YouTuber that is on 10,000 subscribers? I'm already envisioning that. Well, I haven't even, like, been monetized yet, but I am already envisioning how it's going to feel like to be monetized. How is it going to feel like to reach 5,000 subscribers? How does it feel like? You just kind of have to visualize the kind of lifestyle, and then start living it now, right? Start living it now. Whoever that you want to be like, the kind of life that you want to live, you have to start envisioning it right now. And everything always starts by writing it down. For every time we forget that actually this is my goal, and this is how I want my life to be like. Okay, so the last important thing, and the most important thing out of all the things that I've said, right, guys, action. When you don't know where to start, like, acting and just implementing, we always get stuck in the phase of planning, because I'm one of those people that used to struggle a lot with just kind of implementing something, right? Just go out there and just start doing whatever it is that you want to do. Pick up that phone, just start recording that video. Don't worry about whether it's good enough or it's not. Those things, we'll see them later on, né? just start. Whatever is it that you want to do, just start. Yeah, you want to start designing dresses, just start with the first. Go out there, go get the fabric, like start off. If you are somebody that you feel like financially you are not in a position to start what you want to do, right, then go out there and identify, how can I get the money, right? Like throwing a pity party, it's not going to help, né? It's one thing I've learned. Time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well just be doing something useful with your time. So like, go out there and find ways that you can do something that is either related to what you want to do, even if it means that you have to volunteer at a business that is close to the business that you want to start, right? And then from there on, you are going to obviously take skills from that, because volunteering sometimes can be a good way to land a job, but it's also a good way to also learn a skill for free, you know? So nothing is going to work unless you start to just act prematurely, act scared, act when you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Just act on it, and then the rest shall follow. The lessons are going to be there. You're going to meet the right people. Your energy is going to automatically going to open up your world to meeting the same people that are like-minded as you. And don't be afraid of interactions. Don't be afraid of no's. A lot of people are going to say no, and no doesn't mean that you're not good at it. And no doesn't mean that you're not gonna make it. It just simply means that that person either doesn't see what you're seeing, or you just don't, like, you're not meant to work with that person. And after all, guys, everything is a journey. Okay, sometimes you're gonna get 100 no's before you get your final yes. So yeah, guys, I have reached the end of the video. I really hope that you liked the video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And if you haven't commented yet, guys, please do comment, because I always appreciate it when you guys comment. And thank you so far to all the people that have subscribed so far. So yes, guys, up until next time, see ya.